I went on the worst first date this weekend and
I'm fucking full face of makeup, hair done. I'm looking good, outfits on. He's cute, he's funny, he seems like he got money. Keep that in mind though, he seems like he got money.
This was terrifying. I deleted my Hinge account after this. I highly don't recommend.
I feel like I don't remember it being this awkward.
He sent me a list of rules that I needed to obey if I wanted to go on a second date with him.
Everybody's always like, there's way more fish in the sea. Don't worry about it. Last night, I literally hit the end of Hinge.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Desktop Drop. Let's dive in.
Everybody's always like, there's way more fish in the sea. Don't worry about it. Last night, I literally hit the end of Hinge. Look at this. Like, what? My filters aren't even that crazy. I have monogamy as a filter because, yes, I was once in a poly relationship and it wasn't for me. I have long-term because, yes, I am trying to, like, get married and have babies. I have must be college or grad school educated because, yes, I did recently date a man who was autistic and extremely smart, and I loved being in an intelligent gap relationship where I was the dumb one. So I absolutely want to try to find that again. My other one is must be 6'1" because I'm 5'10". Hate me for it, but they gotta be tall. Like, I'm sorry. What's my other filter? Oh, all within a 5-mile radius. So apparently I have now crushed through every potential single man in the island of Manhattan that is 6'1", college educated, looking for a monogamous relationship that's long-term. So I don't really think there's that many fish in there.
Modern dating became less about connection and more about building a custom character with impossible specs. Women say, "Where are the good men?" Then filter out 95% of them before the conversation even starts.
The dating scene has changed so much since the last time I was single. I feel like 3 years ago, the men were a lot more fun. They were a lot more bold. They actually wanted to take you out in the least creepy way possible. Now that it's been 3 years, I feel like men put more effort into their Instagram feed than they do planning a date. One of my prompts on my Hinge was like, way to win me over is plan a date that isn't dinner or drink. This is something fun, something where we can actually talk and it doesn't feel like a job interview. And the amount of responses that I get of men trying to fight me, the stream of creativity has run so fucking dry. I don't know if this is just me because people don't want to fucking message me, but I feel like when I was single 3 years ago, a lot of guys would message first. Other than on Bumble, I feel like I don't remember it being this awkward. I will match with a guy on Hinge and no one will say anything. And Hinge has that stupid feature. You can only match with up to 8 people at once. I'll be like, okay, I have to get rid of some of these matches, but this guy's actually really cute and I like his profile. I'm just gonna message him first. And then they'll say, took you long enough. Hello? Not hello, actually. Goodbye.
Men stopped performing like circus acts for strangers online. After years of being judged for every message, plan, joke, height, salary, and vibe, a lot of them either stopped trying or started matching the same detached energy back.
I went on a first date with this guy that I met on Tinder and he seemed really nice. I didn't have that like immediate spark with him, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give him a chance. You never know. He seemed okay. So the day after our first date, he sends me this text. So I just wanted to make something really clear before our second date. I expect women to behave in a certain way when dating me. So these are the rules I need you to obey if you think you can be on the same level as me. I noticed you had 2 glasses of wine on our first date. To be honest, it almost put me off going on a second date with you. All alcohol consumption stops. You need to delete your dating apps now, and I will be checking your phone on the date to make sure they're gone. I also want your password for your phone so I can confirm whenever I want that you're not on apps. You do not have access to my phone under any circumstances. Finally, I don't like girls' night. They're an excuse for girls to lie and cheat. Therefore, all girls' nights are to be stopped unless permission is granted from me. I'm sure you will comply with my request. If not, date 2 can't happen. I don't chase, I choose. Pick you up at 7 on Friday, ? Now, I don't know what was going on in this guy's head sending that text message. Like, my mind was blown. Obviously, I screenshot it and sent it to the girls because I was like, you can't really think that you can talk to a woman like that. Like, that's actually disgusting behavior.
You are using one controlling weirdo to stereotype men while ignoring how many toxic behaviors get normalized when women do them.
I deleted my Hinge account after this. I highly don't recommend. So I met this guy on Hinge and at first he was pretty cool. We messaged for a few days. And so finally he was like, you know, let's go on a date. Let's go bowling. So I was like, okay, cool. We can go bowling. I'll just meet you there. So he was like, all right. This is when I knew, this is when shit turned left extremely quick, and I should have known this was a red flag. This man literally went on my Instagram from like years ago and took an old picture of me in some dang on heels and a hat and was like, hey, can you wear this to the bowling alley? So he's like, you know, I think this picture is fly. You know, you got on heels, you got on the hat, and I want you to be fly. Like, I think you should wear that. And I'm like, I don't even know where this outfit is. This is years ago. I haven't worn this outfit in forever, and we're going bowling. I want to be chill. I want to wear some sneakers and some jeans or something. Steadily pressing me about this outfit. We going back and forth, and I'm just like, boy, I'm wearing what I want. So anyways, you know, I end up meeting him at the bowling alley, and I see him. I walk up to him. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, how are you? I'm Ariel. And the first thing he does is he says, you're really short. Straight like that. He looked me up and down. No, hey, no, how you doing? Nice to meet you. He said, you're really short. And then he walked away and he was like, I'm gonna go get some shoes. Instantly, I'm turned off because I have never in my life had a man tell me that I was short and complain about it. Usually men like it, but instantly I'm like, oh, I'm so turned off. And I know how this is gonna be. So we go get the shoes and we find our lane, and dude has an attitude off jump. He's like, you could have came in here looking fly. Like, I like my girls to look fly, and that's not fly what you got on. So I'm just looking at the dude. I'm not saying nothing. The dude from New York, so he was already pretty like aggressive. And so he like asking me questions like, where you from? Where you grew up at? Real aggressive. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with this man? Like, kind of acting crazy. And so then he goes on back on a tangent about how short I am. He's like, you real short. Like, you just real short. So finally I'm like, okay, so what? Like, men love that I'm short. And he's like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, actually. And like, I'm throwing the ball or whatever. And he's like, you're not really good at this. Like, you suck. You're not good at bowling at all. And he like snatches the ball from me. So at this point, I'm like low-key scared. So I end the day early. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go home. Like, I got a long day tomorrow. I got to get up because it was in the middle of the week. And so I get home, and before I get a chance to block him, because that was my intentions, he calls me. And he's like blowing up my phone and he's asking me to come over. And I'm like, oh yeah, this dude is mentally insane. I blocked him and I deleted my hint.
One bad day turning into men are trash, while women ignore how many red flags they brush past just because the guy was confident, attractive, or entertaining at first.
Boom, me and this boy go out to eat. It's perfect. We had set it up the week before. He said, I'm gonna come pick you up. Great, love that. Love a man with a car. Baby, I talk to bums. These bums don't have cars. So for you to have a car, you already get an A+ in my book. Boom, he picks me up, and he already had the restaurant that he wanted to go to in mind. He didn't ask me anything, and that's just how I like it. Don't ask me shit, just take me where you wanna take me. He took me to this cutesy little spot on the Lower East Side. We lit. We get in there, we already have a reservation. He said reservation for 2 under Figueroa. Bet. Reservations too? That's crazy. We get sat, we get drinks, a little appetizer to share. We're talking, the conversation's good. He's really, really fucking funny. I love that. Bitch, this date just kept getting better and better. He's cute, he's funny, he seems like he got money. Keep that in mind though, he seems like he got money. Boom, he goes, would you like another drink? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm down for round 2. Our entrees haven't arrived yet. Let's go ahead and get a round 2 before they arrive. So we get a second round of drink. These drinks are so nice, bro. Like, I love a good drink with a nice little cup with a little garnish. I love that shit. I'm just a girl. And he's just the boy, but he's loving them shits too. We like knocking them shits back at this point. Now our entrees are here. We get a third drink. I'm feeling them. He's clearly feeling them because we just yapping away. He telling me about his life story. I'm telling him my life story. Then we get little boxes to put our leftover food to go. But then he was like, would you like dessert? And I am a dessert girly. Like, absolutely. Excuse me, sir, may I please have a dessert menu? I say to the waiter, baby, I get that dessert menu. That shit look good as fuck. I'm like, would you like to share one, or do you want to get like your own? He was like, oh, we can share one. I'm like, bet. No problem with me. So we end up getting like this chocolate lava cake mousse thing, and then our server comes and sets the bill on the table. This is the part where like normally I would pull out my lip gloss and start applying it, right? As he picks up the check, starts pulling out his card or cash, I don't judge. As I'm sitting here about to pull out my lip gloss to reapply it, the check is still sitting in the center of the table. What's taking him so long? Why is he not picking it up? I'm applying my lip gloss, doing my thing. I finish, I put it back in my little baguette. Check is still there. So now I'm kind of just looking around. Some people don't like to pay right away. Some people like to stay and talk. So I'm like, he must just want to stay and talk. And you know, that's cool with me and everything. I don't care. We can stay and talk. But now it's been 15 minutes and we're still just like chatting. And the chat is getting smaller and smaller. Eventually, I'm just like, are you ready to go? He was like, yeah, let me just go to the bathroom. I'm like, do you want to just put your card down so that while you're in the bathroom, he could like take the payment? And then when you come back from the bathroom, all you got to do is just sign and we could leave? Or like, and he was like, my card? He was acting confused. Bitch, I was actually confused. Yes, your card. What do you mean, my card? Your card. Hello? Unless you're using cash. Baby, this man said, oh, baby, I thought this was on you. What the fuck made you think that? Now, listen, I'm not a bougie bitch. I'll pay for dates. I actually love taking men out on dates. But this is our first date. And this is a date that you initiated. And this is a restaurant that you chose. And these are reservations that you made. You picked me up. You brought me here. Therefore, you have to pay. It's like obviously, like, I'm not gonna pay for this shit. What the fuck? He was like, yeah, you wanted me to take you on a date, so I took you here, but you gotta pay for it. Why the fuck would I have to pay for it? What? And my thing is too, right? If I'm on a date with someone and I know I'm not paying, I don't even look at the check. I don't give a fuck how much the check is because I'm not paying. So I don't need to know. The only way I'll look at a check is if I'm the one that's paying because I need to see how much I gotta pay. But if someone else is paying, I'm not looking in there. That's none of my fucking business. I don't care. He opened it. He said it's $160. Here you go. Take care of it while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Women keep bragging about wanting provider men while proudly admitting they never even glance at the bill because paying is apparently beneath them. Then one guy tests that entitlement and suddenly he's the villain of the century.
I download Hinge for the first time at 20. Everyone's already been at this for 2 years. I haven't. I've been out the game. I don't know how the fuck this works. Anyways, I matched with this guy who I thought was super cute. And he's like, you want to go on a date? I'm like, yes, sounds great. He's supposed to pick me up at 8. It's 7:30. I'm getting ready. I'm really fucking nervous. I'm literally shitting my pants over this. And he texts me and he cancels. He's like, I have to pick my mom up from the airport. I'm like, that's a fucking lie, you stupid idiot liar. Anyways, I'm like, shit. I'm fucking full face of makeup, hair done. I'm looking good, outfits on. I was so nervous too for this date, and then it just doesn't happen. I'm like, I have to make good use of me serving face right now. So I go on Hinge and I'm like, who the fuck's gonna take me out? This guy, let's call him Teddy. We're gonna call him Teddy. This guy, Teddy, he matches with me and he's like, you're so pretty. I've never been on a date. I'm like, oh, thanks. This is so sweet. He's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, this is perfect, Teddy. Teddy, this is awesome. Teddy, this is perfect. Teddy, pick me up right now. Here's my address. Who let me do that? Actually, ever who let me? No, if I could go back in time and take this all back, I would have never done any of that. Teddy pulls up. My stomach, I don't feel anxiety like that. I'm a musical theater major. I practically like do the most nerve-wracking thing every day for a living. Nothing really brings me anxiety anymore. I was shitting bricks. I walk outside. It's dark out. My roommate walks me out because he's like, I really don't want you to get kidnapped on your first date. I'm like, yeah, me too. So he looks at the guy and then I'm like, bye. And I get in this guy's car. Oh my God, idiot, stupid girl. Anyways, I get in this guy's car. It is literally, it looks like a kidnapping truck. It's rusty. There's paint peeling on the outside. I get in the car. It smells like a construction worker car. Not that I know what that smells like, but that's like the vibe it was giving. I have no idea if that's correct. It smelled like old wood and rusty nails in there. I thought, I'm dying tonight. This is actually it for me. I'm not making it out. He's like, hi. I'm like, hi. Literally like, hey. Anyways, Teddy's like, what should we do? I don't know, Teddy. You said, what are you doing right now? I said, pick me up. You didn't have a plan. So he's like, let's go get coffee. It's 8 p.m., maybe 8:30 at this point. I'm like, sure, you know what? If that's your prerogative, an espresso at 8:30, like, let's do it. We go to the nearest coffee shop that's open at 8 p.m., which there was one literally down the block from me. I don't even know how. He parks the car. I kid you not. He parks the car. He gets out. Shorter than me. Don't get me wrong. I love a short king. I don't know if I can do 5'4". Sue me. Anyways, we get out of the car. I realize he's really, really short. I'm like, fuck. So we walked to this coffee shop. We parked about 3 blocks away from this coffee shop. he sees a bar nearby and he's like, we should go in. I'm like, I'm 20. I don't have a fake ID. I don't know how this is gonna go down. He walks in the bar. He doesn't say anything to me. He walks in the bar, and I have a video of this. I have a video of me standing on the street going, he just left me.
Men are expected to risk rejection, while women still judge them like a performance review, roasting them for their height, car, and money. That's why more of them decided to go their own way.
I went on the worst first date this weekend, and I actually can't believe all of the things that happened within an hour and a half of being on a date with this man. I'm going to take you guys through it, just the highlight reel, but he was from Hinge. I agreed to go on a date with him like 2 weeks ago, so he was good with planning it, whatever. We went to Angel's Share. So I'm going to walk you through it. There were so many crazy pieces. These are just like the highlight reel of how insane men are. So the one good thing he did, waited for the walk-in reservation at Angel's Share before I got there. That was nice of him. He got points for that. I show up. He had made a joke about what I was going to wear. Tell me why he's wearing all Lululemon and no jacket in New York City. Like full Lululemon outfit at a bar in New York City. He was really touchy at first. Like too touchy, too familiar. Like we've never met each other. Like we're not friends. We don't have the same friend group. He's from Hinge. So then we're sitting at the bar. Every time I tried to ask him a question first, he wouldn't answer. He said that it didn't matter like anything about him. It should just be about me. So every time he asked me a question and I'd ask it back, he wouldn't answer. Or if I tried to ask a question first, he wouldn't answer. The point of a date is to see if you're compatible as friends and humans before something romantically, to see if you even get along, which he didn't like. After that, he starts turning his back to me at the bar and like putting his hands like this and like leaning on the bar and like whatever. Also, I'm changing my sheets, so ignore behind me. And so then after that, I was like, can we reset? Because at this point, I like feel so awkward. I don't really know what to do. We're sitting at this bar together. The bartender is like dead quiet, not helping me with anything. So we reset. All of a sudden he mentions, I saw the ad you did for Blush. I stalked your Instagram. Know what kind of girl you are. And so I was like, oh, like, let's go look at your Instagram. No, he didn't follow me. He just stalked it. So he had already kind of decided like what kind of girl I was before the date, I guess. I don't know what kind of girl that meant, but whatever. So then he starts calling me pretty. He maybe calls me pretty like 20 times. And then he asks why I haven't had a boyfriend in so long. And then says there must be something wrong with me internally and that I have something I need to work on and I should look within. I'm flabbergasted. I don't even know what happened here on this date. Meanwhile, like he looked like a normal dude. And this is like the first Hinge date I've been on in a while. So I'm still so confused.
One awkward interaction, the wrong outfit, not rich enough, not tall enough, not smooth enough, and suddenly he's insane. Then people wonder why more men stop approaching altogether. They're tired of being treated like they're applying for a job instead of going on a date.
I just got back from the most horrifying first date of my life, and I need a therapist. I have trauma. Like, this was terrifying. I've been friends with this guy on social media, and he has been, you know, a friend of mine for a little while, and he asked me on a date. You know, why not? I'm single. He's a good looking guy. So I said yes. I said, you know what? Yes, I will go on a date with you. So I don't really hang out with this person. I've never really hung out with him. So I got all dressed, got ready, and drove my little happy ass to the restaurant. When I get there, he's sitting there all nice, you know. He's sitting there in his little, you know, outfit that he's looking good. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be nice. You know, we have appetizers. So I get up to go to the bathroom, I come back, and this man has a book on the table. I'm like, that's weird. I was like, did the waiter bring us like some sort of like book? Like, what is this? And he's like, no. I brought this.
A man plans a date, dresses well, shows up early, pays, holds conversation, and still gets turned into a walking red flag because he pulled out a book. Dating today feels less like connection and more like surviving a surprise inspection. Catch the part 2 of this video tomorrow. That's enough for today. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.